want to do a breakdown, Jomboy Media style, of the greatest baseball game ever played, which is Game 7 of the 2016 World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cleveland Indians. Now, Chicago's championship drought is well documented since it's been over 100 years since they've won the World Series. But Cleveland also is going almost 70 years without winning the Fall Classic, and one of those teams is going to end that drought tonight. It's worth mentioning that it's a rainy October night in Cleveland, but also they were up 3-1 in the series against Chicago, losing the last two games to force the winner-take-all game. And I'm going to refer to a lot of the calls made in the live broadcast because I feel as though for anyone who thinks that this might have been a boring game at any point, this is what happened on the fourth pitch.
That's in the air to center. Back at the wall. It is gone. What a start. Dexter Fowler, hello in Game 7. 1-0 Chicago.
Dexter Fowler wastes no time to set the tone as he Euro steps around third base, and he becomes the first player to hit a leadoff home run in Game 7 of the World Series. This fan can't believe it as you see pass by, and Rizzo says, he's like that. Feeling the love early, he looks at his teammate, he says, let's go. And he makes Kluber think about the chess match that's already begun. He looks at Contreras, he goes, ah. And when I'm talking about the chess match, I'm talking about the response to a long regular season, being able to boil down your principles and help you succeed in a do-or-die game. As you can see, Kyle Hendricks gets off to a pretty strong start. You know, he's inducing soft contact, gets a strikeout there against Kipnis. And this is going to be part of the controversy as to how this game develops so quickly. Carlos Santana is at bat with a chance to drive in Coco Crisp at third base. Two great names, hoping to make good on a great situation. Joe Madden, this is where the mind games come in. Left-handed batter, he's telling his infielders to go more center to maybe cut off a hit, but he's able to lace it to right field, drive in Coco Crisp. He says, vamos, vamos, vamos. First base coach loves it. Teammates love it. Just out of the reach of Rizzo. Otherwise, that some third base doesn't score. Moving to the top of the fourth, Rizzo gets hit by a pitch. Chris Bryant's already on, which leads to a sacrifice fly where Rajai Davis's hesitation allows for Chris Bryant's base running to allow him to go underneath the tag and be safe, going up 2-1. After that, the catcher Wilson Contreras laces one to right center field out of the reach of Rajai Davis, and that's going to score Zobrist. And he goes, vamos, vamos, let's go, vamos. The coach loves it. He's thinking maybe we don't need to put a pitcher in to relieve Hendricks after all. Teammates love it. The fans of Chicago love it. And the bottom of the fourth inning is where controversy is going to start because as you can see, Kyle Hendricks is still pitching well, inducing soft contact. But that's not going to stop manager Joe Madden from conferring with his veteran backup catcher David Ross, essentially saying, you know, if things get worse before they get better, we want to give you a clean slate. But as this is happening, Javi Baez hits a home run to right center field. And I say it like that because that's how fast conversations can happen. That extends the lead 4-1. And that's going to end Corey Kluber's day for Cleveland. But Chicago's thinking maybe we don't need to replace our catcher and our pitcher because these guys are wondering how to stop us. They need to match our score. For Cleveland, new pitcher Andrew Miller is in. Fun fact, he's the MLB Player Association's president. And he walks Chris Bryant there. And there's John Lester warming up in the bullpen. He doesn't know when he's going to go in. It's more so if things start going really south for Hendricks really quickly, they want to be able to put him and Ross in as a package as Fowler's talking to Ross. Ross is like, who? Am I what? Oh, no, yeah, I'm ready. Because before the playoffs started, he said that this is his last season. This is his last game. So if he gets put in, he wants to have a positive impact as Rizzo laces one into right. And Chris Bryant was running right out the gate, so he scores from first. Rizzo fist bumps. He says, let's hold him to one or something like that. This Cleveland fan is feeling very hopeless at home, down 5-1, but it's not until the bottom of the fifth that we run into the real controversy because that strike is not called a strike. It's called a ball. It sees a lot of plate. The metrics say that it's a strike, but the umpire calls it a ball, and he ends up losing him on a 3-2 count. Imagine if that's called a strike. Hendricks is already off the mound. He thinks that he's out of this. Joe Madden says, I've seen enough. He tells his coach, I'm going to go get him. Hendricks sees him walking towards him, cusses into his glove. He's like, I'm not going to be able to talk my way out of this. Madden says, give me the lefty. Ross is already back in his catcher gear. Lester's going to go out, and he needs to get out of this one base runner situation, keep the score the same. I really think he said, good job, let's go get a championship there. He wanted to let him know that he played well, but he has to be cautious about letting the momentum swing, and all Kyle Hendricks can do is watch at this point. 2 outs, 2 strikes. That check swing is not called a swing by the third base umpire, and Kipnis likes it. Lester doesn't like it. He's thinking, I really wanted that strike, and Kyle Hendricks is like, if you were going to put him in just to get that strike, you could have let me finish the inning. Kipnis makes soft contact. Ross tries to throw it, and it's out of the reach, but it goes into the stands. So Kipnis is going to get that extra base, and Santana was already, he had momentum, and he had to stop at third base. But imagine if that ball doesn't go in the stands and gets away, and his momentum, instead of standing on third, is already 5-2. Wait, Cleveland is really motivated by what they're seeing. John Lester is kind of upset. He thinks that Ross should have thrown him out. Madden is double guessing whether he should have done that. Ross is telling him, I know I messed up that throw, bro, but we just got to get this out. No runs will score. But listen to what happens here. Francisco Lindor, a great hitter, a relaxed hitter. Lester doesn't want to give him something, so this
It hits Ross. A run scores. Here comes Kipnis. He's safe. It's 5-3.
Suddenly, Chicago fans are sweating. A major high-leverage decision that ended up backfiring. Is the curse real? Lester thinks that they should be out of this. They should have been out of this jam. Joe Madden is definitely very nervous. Ross, he's just trying to gather himself. They were trying to attribute this to him having concussion problems throughout his career, but look, he still makes a good effort, makes a good play, almost gets that out. But I mean, that's the second run. That's not even the first run. Kipnis and Santana, yeah, they say. All Hendricks can do is watch. He's wishing I was good out there. We could have finished the inning. He wanted to give him a clean slate and thought that Santana being on first wasn't going to be a problem, but ball getting away, him stumbling on his cleats. Imagine if this strike actually gets called a strike, but instead, I mean, it's a 2-run game, and I mean, this is called the best game ever for a reason, so what is it without a little bit of drama? David Ross, I think he's still rattled at this point. He knows that he made mistakes. The Chicago fans see it. They feel it. They're like, we've seen this before. We've blown leads before. Andrew Miller's trying to lock in, strike him out.
Ross flies one into center, sends Davis back at the wall, and it is gone! The 39-year-old in his final game, David Ross, has made it 6-3.
Lester's looking like he cannot believe that this is the same dude who fumbled the bag 20 minutes ago, but he hits a home run. Fowler was talking to him earlier. He says, yeah, bro. They do a little ankle kick. He's high-fiving. He actually does the ankle kick with a couple players. I guess they're really just trying to make sure this is his last game. He's got to come out there alive. But John Lester, he just high-five. They just exchange a high-five, slaps him on the butt because they know, I made a mistake. I got you back. You know what I mean? I mean, Rajai Davis, if he got a good step on the wall, might have been able to catch that. But it looked like Ross knew right away that it was gone, and Miller knew that it was gone. And this is one of my favorite parts right here. Rizzo's like walking around kind of spooked out by Ross. He's like, yo. He's like, huh? He's like, you remember what you told me earlier?
Talk to me. I can't control myself right now. I'm trying my best.
It's understandably so, buddy.
I'm emotional.
I hear you.
I'm an emotional wreck.
It's only going to get worse. Just continue to breathe. That's all you can do, buddy. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
I'm in a glass case of emotions right now.
Yeah. Wait till the ninth with this 3-run lead.
I think it's awesome that Rizzo is a superstar and he's still rattled by the moment. And Ross essentially has to tell him, yo, buckle up, because this is about to get trippy. And in the bottom of the 6th, Lester misses inside on Rajai Davis, and Ross just wants to go out there to remind them, like, yo, we're up. Like, this dude's been a non-factor to this point. Don't give him something to hit and turn on us. Like, we can get through this, okay? And Lester says okay, and we're actually going to fast forward to the 8th inning, around the time of Ross's premonition. He says, yo, give me the fastball inside. And Lester gives him the fastball inside, and Frankie turns on it, but it goes right to Addison Russell, makes a good play. He says, everybody, atta baby, we're 5 outs away from being world champions. Kyle Hendricks at this point, he's got his hoodie on. I think he's been able to decompress a little bit. You could tell he's still a little bit like, I don't know if I would have made it this far in the game, but it's just good to see that we got the lead. Am I right? And that is right. I mean, Lester's been doing a good job. I mean, 2 innings, same score. He strikes out Mike Napoli looking. I don't think that ball was in the strike zone. Napoli clearly bothered by it. But it's starting to sink in with Chicago fans. Like, we're just over an inning away. Yeah, I don't think that ever touched the zone. But here we are. President of operations for Chicago. He goes, yeah, let's go. Let's go, John. But yeah, this guy, Theo Epstein, he joined Boston in 2004 and helped them end their 100-year drought. He's trying to do the same thing with Chicago this year. And can he do it with Jose Ramirez at the plate? He turns on one off the glove of Addison Ruffle, off his leg. Oof. One man off, that close away from being out of the 8th inning. When this ultimately ends up becoming a movie, I hope that I get to play Addison Russell. Hopefully that I can make a cameo. But another one of those situations where Joe Madden has seen enough. Rizzo makes sure to go to Lester and tell him, yo, you played a good game, bro. Like, we're almost there. We're going to let in the Cuban missile that is Aroldis Chapman. He's thrown a baseball harder than anyone on earth has ever thrown a baseball at 105. That's 102 because Chapman's had to pitch in each of the last 2 games to keep Chicago's hopes of winning a championship alive. As he throws the fastball outside, Geyer is able to keep it alive. But because he's a little bit depleted, this happens.
Line drive into right center field. That ball's down. Taking around third, Ramirez. He will score on an RBI double by Brandon Geyer. It's 6-4.
Because it's 2 outs, J-Ram is running out the gates as soon as Geyer makes contact, and he's able to go first to home. And that gets a positive reaction from the Cleveland bench saying, let's go. All right, we have life. The fans are like, woo, I've got my rally cap on. I'm doing the chants. Chapman, upset that now he's been put into a situation where the tying run is at the plate. Rajai Davis, been a non-factor so far, can't hit, just trying to stay alive and make contact. And Chapman, relying ever so slightly more on his off-speed to stay alive, is trying to find the right spot to strike out Rajai Davis or retire him in any way. He's doing crazy things with his hand. Chicago fans realizing that this can be a strikeout moment. Rally caps. This man's just praying for something to happen, and watch this. Oh my goodness, the most timely, the most clutch game of your life, Rajai Davis. Have one. He goes to his boy. He's boom, boom. Hey, let's go. Absolutely. They're right. He turned on that. Great camera work. We're able to see boom goes right into the front rows of the left VC. Look at this crowd outside Cleveland. They're going crazy, and you can actually see this group of Cleveland fans pointing to Chicago. They're like, look, that shit just went right up. And hey, look at this. LeBron James, he knows a thing about winning a championship in Cleveland. And the live reaction from the bench gives me chills. It's an electric factory in Cleveland. Nice little Breakfast Club salute. Boom, boom. Point to the sky. He is ecstatic. He sticks the tongue out. What does the opposite of this feeling look like? Oh my goodness, Chapman, he left one hanging. And the fans in the Chicago bar cannot believe that anything that can go wrong will go wrong, went wrong. Rajai Davis realizing, looks into the camera. I'm that guy for real. He's still like, needs to embrace a moment. And then he does another slap up top. They start giving him a love again. And that's when his teammates like, yo, you had your opportunity and you took it and you made the most of it. He said, thanks, man. A little sweet moment there. Wow. He says, wow. Yo, let's get another one so that next inning can be the last inning. Meanwhile, Aroldis Chapman, the loneliest place is the mound when you can't find the strike zone. And even so, Coco Crisp turns at about the same spot that Rajai did. It just pulls it a little bit less, but still the damage is done. He cannot believe that he is getting turned right now. Joe Madden is like, this is our best pitcher in these situations. What can I do? Cleveland ecstatic. He can't believe his luck right now. He's like, I just got to get out of this. And Chicago needs to catch a break, and they catch a break on a wide strike there. That throwaway is not going to matter. Chapman is just hoping, man, we were about to break 100-year curse, and I just made it a brand new game again. Tie score, 1 inning. What are we going to do in response?
Swing and a miss. Throw down to second, gets away. And Hayward will go to third. Go ahead run 90 feet away.
Yeah, this game has just proven that even when the momentum swings drastically in one side, just that play, if he fielded that, boom, boom, that's an out. You're not in scoring position. But it gets away, and not only is he in scoring position, he's 90 feet away from taking a lead in the 9th inning. Catcher's like, what? He's getting the play call right now. He's telling Javi, yo, I think you should bunt here because I don't know if they're going to be ready for it. I know you could foul out. Javi's a power hitter. He just nods, listen to what he's told. He does bunt, and he does foul out, and that makes it 2 outs. You could tell he did not want to take that risk. He'd be like, I'd rather just hit it as hard as I could and try and make the play. Cleveland needed a beautiful play to get out of it. A ground out from Dexter Fowler, who's been the hero tonight, goes untouched, and that means that Cleveland has a chance to win the World Series, complete the comeback, avoid blowing a 3-1 lead, and win the World Series at home, bottom of the 9th. Aroldis Chapman back out there, Cleveland, feeling close to their World Championship, and Chicago feels a little bit nervous right now because Chapman just needs to find the zone. Now he's almost completely veered away from the fastball because he can't throw that thing and either not have it be the juiciest thing or he can't find the strike zone. So he's trying to rely on these sliders, these splitters. Look at that fan telling another Cleveland fan, yo, we just need one to come to our side and then we win it. He said, yeah. Takes a strike, Kipnis. And he is able to, that is actually a super scary ball by Kipnis. It's foul. It's not going to be a home run, but any hard hit ball is instilling fear right now. Chapman just trying to find the zone. Can't find the zone. So Montero goes out to him and he's like, bro, give us your best step. I know you're absolutely on negative energy right now, but just give us one.
Struck him out. 98. 2 out.
That is a blessing. Full count. Instead of getting another base runner, he's able to get out of that jam. And not only that, but Francisco Lindor swings at the first pitch. Aroldis Chapman, somehow, some way, survives the 9th. And he's going to have more time than expected to think about it because they've been dealing with rain all day. I mentioned this in the beginning, but at this point, they're trying to say, all right, well, first of all, we're expecting a little bit worse weather to hit. So, like, we wouldn't want to keep playing and then we have to wait for hours if it gets too wet. So they get the tarp out early. They actually end up taking almost a 20-minute rain delay, which I think is what changes momentum and shifts it. I mean, unbeknownst, Roger Davis is like, yo, it's all good. Thumbs up. We're good. But this time, Chicago is able to pretty much lock in at this point. So during that break, guys like Rossi and Schwarber and Fowler and Hayward are bringing the team together and being like, guys, we aren't going to be the team that blows the 100-year curse when we were already an inning away from getting it. Look at this deep fly ball by Chris Bryant in the 10th inning. Because Schwarber gets on and gets pinch ran for by Amora Jr., he has the presence of mind to tag up. And because of that, Rizzo gets intentionally walked. They said, we'll just bat to the dude after you. He's 0 for 4 and hasn't been hitting well. Let's just throw him something in there. Boom, Zobrist early for that one. He says, okay, he's only thrown the fastballs to this point. I think I'm just going to swing my bat right upon release and see what happens.
Zobrist stands a base hit. Cubs will take the lead. Almora digging to the plate. Zobrist delivers 7-6 in the 10th.
Rizzo thought that he was going to have the opportunity. He looks at Zobrist. He's like, I cannot believe it. They called upon you and you delivered. Zobrist. Rizzo can't believe it. Zobrist looks back. He's chuckling. He's looking at his helmet. He's like, what? That on the ground there? Does it even matter when you hit the greatest ball in your life? And Rizzo goes, oh my God. Zobrist. Early. And at that moment, once he realizes it's through, he's off to the races. He's like, I can get 2 here. We are winning the World Series. we are winning the World Series this year. Nothing can stop us. And I mean, if you think it stops here,
Rizzo scores. Zobrist is held. 8-6 Chicago.
and a huge momentum shift. Those 10 minutes right after the rain delay had finished ended up being a huge momentum shift. And here we are, bottom of the 10th, closer in. Carson strikes out the first one. Rizzo says, yeah.
To Russell.
Addison Russell makes a tough play, my doppelganger right there. And just like that, the leverage, the pressure, I mean, you're there, you know what I mean? Like, Theo Epstein looking on, being like, we are one away. The curse can be broken momentarily. And he's trying to find the strike zone here on Geyer, who's been making clutch hits all night. What can he do here? 3 balls in a row. And you can see here Madden says, go right at him, man. Don't be playing around here, because one base runner and suddenly you get someone on who hits a home run and we're tied. Epstein says, yo, we got this. Little does he know, Rajay Davis on him. This is the peak right here.
Into center field, another hit. Here comes Geyer. The throw into second. It's a one-run game.
Yeah, I just think it's good to know that Davis had game of his life. You know, like, this bought him a couple more years in the major league after this, because following the biggest home run of your life, 1 out left. I'm going to keep us as alive as we can, but I think that Terry Francona realizes the moment Madden, one more pitching change, give me the lefty, leads to this historic. I just want to say Rizzo pockets the ball, because of course he does. Why wouldn't you?
The Cubs win the World Series. Brian makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10.
How can you not be romantic about baseball, man? I mean, this is the stuff that gets me going as far as, like, entertainment, as far as baseball is apparently so boring, but you could elicit these feelings. And I mean, I'm gonna just let it rock, because
No more wait till next year. No more talk of 1908. The Cubs, Joe Madden in charge, have won the World Series.